Corey Smith just committed to Oklahoma the other day. We're going to be watching him right now. Listed at 6 foot 190. Bryant, Arkansas. You guys let me know what you guys think about this kid. Anybody else you want me to watch? I'm down to put anybody up, really, so long as just send me a kid that's probably going to go FBS. Besides that, I don't really discriminate. But I'll let it run. You guys let me know what you think. In the meantime, I'll give my thoughts towards the end of the video. Man, look at this get off right here. So 6 foot 190. He's definitely undersized, but you see safeties get recruited all the time that are a similar size, and they just move him to linebacker. Definitely gonna have to put on weight, but that's not a big concern. You can say it about any college kid, any prospect. They're always gonna be undersized, but you're getting a lot athletically with this kid, I think, and I don't think we've really seen this explosiveness show up yet. That comes with time of reading and reacting. So a lot of times it's kind of hard to gauge whether a linebacker's is he slow athletically, or is he just not reading the play yet? And like I said, that comes with watching film. That comes with time. Very few high school players, when they're playing linebacker, off-ball linebacker, their first step happens a bit slow just because they haven't seen a whole lot of film yet. So it's kind of it's a bit harder to gauge their explosiveness than, say, a D end who all they have to do is really read the ball and then they take their first step. When you get a kid into a situation where you ask him to blitz like this and not necessarily read, are the guards pulling, what are the wingbacks doing? When you can just send him off the edge like this, it's a bit easier to get a read of his explosiveness. And watch how quick this is. And I don't usually break down the special teams plays because we don't have too much time. But here's another one. Most linebackers when they're playing, I forget every special teams coordinator calls this position different, but they're the ones that are checking for fake. They're checking fake. A lot of kids, don't take this position seriously. They just get put on there. Even he reads this a bit late, but like I said, 9 times out of 10, it's not a fake. Look at this. Looks like a first down here. This up back looks like he's got a lot of grass here. These other kids aren't catching him. Even here, look at how much space is here, and he just eats up this space. And he laid the wood on that one too. I didn't even realize. So I think this is a textbook example of a kid that gets recruited because of his raw athleticism. Of course, they're not going to be developed football wise yet. I say this every video I watch, and it sounds like a broken record, but I think it's more evident at linebacker where there's a bit more of a cerebral game going on and reading offenses and all that. It just doesn't show up that much because he's so athletic that it can make up for his misreads or slow reads right now. But there's very few linebackers we're talking about at especially junior year that do this at a very high clip. It's usually pure athleticism we're talking about, and this kid is a bit smaller, but that's why he's so highly coveted is because of, I think, just how athletic he is. And I say that about every kid in the country that's good enough to go to Oklahoma, but I think this kid to a bit of a higher level is just raw athleticism. Physical football player, that stuff plays. Hopefully we get to see some pass rush or pass coverage before we finish here, but so far it's been pure, read and react, run, hit the guy, and it's been very good. See, I don't know if y'all see it too, or if you could just see it. Just the read just happens just a bit slow, and it's just because it's a high school kid, it's junior year. But then watch the athleticism make up for it. So, if he's playing this well while reading it just a bit slow, it's very exciting to think about when he finally gets that and has been in the film room a lot more and takes football more seriously as a craft. That happens with anyone. You're just going to take football more serious at college than you will at high school. Just how it is. So watch this just happen just a little bit slow. Like he just didn't move right away, which is fine. Just taking a little bit to read it, and then he still makes the play. And it's still a TFL. So I think Oklahoma's definitely going to be getting a lot when this kid finally puts it together. But I completely understand why they like this kid. I'm going to give him a 2 on the frame. I haven't given a whole lot of kids 2s on the frames, but at 6 foot, we're usually talking 6'1" at the very bottom of being average for size for a linebacker. But 6 foot, you're working with something. He's just got to put on weight, and until then, we'll keep that. So we'll give him a 5 on the sideline to sideline, 5 on the downhill. Just an average score on the strength for now. We're gonna give him average on the instincts, so that's something that we said that he's a while off, and 6 on the pass coverage. I think he's got the skill set that translates into the pass coverage. This is a 6-point scale. Yo, low grade? That's not low to me. 65 is passing. He's almost passed. Nah, I'm just playing. These grades I don't care about. Like I said, it's all about projecting kids. So this is just purely of what he is right now. I think he offers a whole lot of upside. Day one, going to be a special teams impact player. Very good football player. Would be excited to have him in my 26 class.